You wake up to birds chirping outside your spacious JB balcony, sunlight streaming in. Downstairs, you grab a hot kopi and nasi lemak for 6 ringgit, chat with friendly locals, then check your phone. Another round of Singapore dividends just got credited. You're earning in Singapore dollars, spending in Malaysian ringgit, and living comfortably without burning through your savings. Sounds like a dream? It's not. That's Geoarbitrage. And in today's episode, I'll show you how more Singaporeans are doubling their dividend power by pairing Singapore's strong financial system with Johor Bahru's affordable lifestyle. So stay till the end, because we'll also cover how the new 2025 MM2H program works and how it can help you enjoy a flexible, visa-secure life across the Causeway. If that sounds useful, give this video a like so more Singaporeans can watch it, and subscribe to Wealth for You for more content on living cash flow rich, not paper rich. Disclaimer: the MM2H program changes from time to time. Please always verify the latest official requirements from the Malaysian government or accredited MM2H agents before applying. Chapter 1. Why Singaporeans are looking across the Causeway. Let's be honest, Singapore is one of the best places in the world to build wealth, but not always the easiest place to enjoy it. Everyday prices keep creeping up. Your morning kopi that used to cost $1.20 is now $1.60. A simple chai fun with fish can hit $8, and that condo you once dreamed of suddenly feels like a luxury instead of a retirement plan. So, more Singaporeans, especially those planning for retirement or chasing fire, are beginning to ask, maybe I don't have to leave Singapore entirely. Maybe I just need to live smarter. That's where Johor Bahru steps in. Not as a downgrade, but as a freedom upgrade. A nearby escape where your Singapore dollar suddenly multiplies in value thanks to the favorable exchange rate. Housing. A bright, comfortable condo in Mount Austin or Eco Botanic can rent for about 1,500 to 2,000 ringgit, under $600, which is great value for retirees who don't need a huge space. Of course, larger or newer units can cost more, maybe 2,500 to 3,000 ringgit, but even that still feels affordable compared to Singapore rents. Food. Hawker-style meals that taste just like home often cost half as much. A nasi lemak or wonton mee for 10 ringgit, around $2.80 Singapore, still feels like a throwback to old-school Singapore prices. Healthcare. Modern hospitals like Regency, KPJ, and Columbia Asia are well-equipped and see more Singaporeans each year for checkups, dental work, or minor procedures at a fraction of local private rates. And with the RTS link slated to open in 2026, you'll soon be able to travel from Woodlands to Bukit Shagar in about 5 minutes, with CICT on both sides co-located for faster clearance. Still, it's worth remembering that living in JB long-term takes some planning. Singaporeans can't simply stay indefinitely. You'll need a proper visa, such as the Malaysia My Second Home or MM2H scheme. Foreigners can only buy properties above certain price thresholds, often around 1 million ringgit, depending on state rules. And yes, you'll need to adjust to driving culture, maintenance standards, and security habits that differ from Singapore. But for many, the trade-off feels worth it. Instead of sighing, "Ayah, everything in Singapore's so expensive," you can let Malaysia absorb your daily costs, while your Singapore dividends keep flowing strong, turning the Causeway from a border into a bridge toward freedom. Chapter 2. A Tale of Two Retirees. Let's meet two familiar faces. Uncle Tan and Auntie Lim. Both worked hard all their lives, saved faithfully in CPF, and built small portfolios of Singapore dividend stocks. But after retirement, their paths took very different turns. Uncle Tan still lives in his cozy Toa Payoh flat. It's fully paid off, and every month his CPF life payout gives him about $1,200. He adds roughly $800 in dividends from his REITs and local bank shares, DBS, OCBC, Mapletree Industrial Trust, Net-linked trust. It's steady, predictable income. But life in Singapore isn't cheap. A bowl of fish soup can cost $9, a taxi ride $18, and a short cafe catch-up with friends easily crosses $20. He gets by, but always with a calculator in the back of his mind. Auntie Lim, same age, same income, same dividend portfolio. Except she made one change. She shifted her lifestyle base to Johor Bahru. Her expenses dropped almost by half. Her rent for a modern condo in Mount Austin is around 1,800 ringgit, about $520. Groceries, transport, and meals are lighter on the wallet, yet her lifestyle feels bigger. Weekend markets, morning tai chi by the park, and friendly cafe chats that remind her of old Singapore. She still crosses the Causeway monthly to see family, visit doctors, and top up her EZ-Link. Her world is now 2 cities wide. Sure, she plans ahead for practicalities, keeps a small medical fund in Singapore dollars, tracks the exchange rate, and avoids peak-hour traffic when crossing. But that's a small trade-off for the freedom she's gained. The same $2,000 monthly income that barely stretched in Singapore now covers rent, groceries, and even a few treats, without touching her capital. That's Geoarbitrage in real life. The power of earning in a strong currency and spending in a friendlier one. It's not about escaping Singapore. It's about extending your freedom, enjoying the best of both sides of the Causeway, and letting your dividends buy you not just comfort, but choice. Chapter 3. Everyday Joys and the JB Lifestyle. Ask anyone who crosses the Causeway regularly. It's not just about saving money. It's about living again. In Singapore, life races by, MRT rides, meetings, bills, repeat. But once you step into Johor Bahru, the rhythm changes. The city feels roomier, the pace gentler, and your wallet a little heavier thanks to the strong Singapore dollar and friendly ringgit exchange. Picture this. You start your morning walk at Taman Merdeka, where retirees stretch and chat under palm trees. Breakfast? A plate of nasi lemak and kopi o for just 6 ringgit, which is about $1.80 in Singapore. Later, dim sum with friends at Pekin Restaurant, baskets of siu mai for a fraction of Orchard Road prices. Some days you unwind at Danga Bay, sea breeze on your face. Other weekends you drive an hour to Desaru Beach, or hunt murals and vintage shops in Jalan Tan Hiok Nay. And if you enjoy slow mornings, JB's Lifestyle Corners will win you over. Louisa Coffee, the replacement lodge and kitchen. Principal by TAM. Beautiful spaces where you can read, plan, or just watch the world go by. All for a fraction of Singapore's prices. All this variety for less than what one nice dinner back home might cost. For fire chasers, this isn't just leisure, it's strategy. Cut your monthly spending from $4,000 to $2,000 and your financial independence target instantly halves. That means more freedom years earlier, without cutting joy, just shifting your base. Of course, JB Life has its practical sides. Weekend traffic can really test your patience. Driving is essential, and long stays require proper visas like MM2H. But for many, the trade-offs are small compared to the peace of mind gained. So maybe your journey to financial independence doesn't end in Raffles Place, but in a Johor Bahru condo with fiber Wi-Fi, Netflix, and a balcony breeze, where your phone pings not with bills, but with dividend alerts. Because JB living isn't just cheaper, it's richer in space, slower in pace, and fuller in meaning. You don't just save money, you reclaim your time. Chapter 4. Cafe Hopping Adventures. Let's talk about one of JB's favorite weekend rituals, cafe hopping. Over the past few years, JB's cafe scene has absolutely blossomed, turning every weekend into a little adventure waiting to be savored. Start your morning at the Replacement Lodge and Kitchen, where the aroma of freshly brewed coffee fills the old shophouse air. Then wander over to Bevc Cafe for a creative brunch and maybe a slice of their signature chocolate cake. If you prefer calm, minimalist vibes, Principal Cafe by TAM is your spot, perfect for a slow morning and quiet reflection. Or, if you're craving something familiar, grab a Taiwan-style latte at Louisa Coffee, now a hot favorite among Singaporeans who've crossed the border for kopi. Each cafe has its own personality. Friendly service, aesthetic interiors, and prices that make you smile. 12 ringgit for a good latte? That's less than half of what you'd pay in Orchard Road. And somehow, it tastes better when time isn't rushing you. Many retirees and FIRE couples turn these cafe mornings into rituals, journaling about goals, discussing markets, or simply chatting about life over warm croissants. It's not just coffee, it's connection, a slower, richer way to live. And when the evening rolls in, the day's not done. It's time for durian feasts at Mount Austin or a seafood dinner at Kukup, laughing with friends as the sun dips behind the straits. Simple pleasures, yet so deeply fulfilling. Chapter 5. How Singapore Dividends Power a JB Life. Now let's connect the dots. Living in JB is wonderful, but it only works long-term if your income stream is steady and reliable. And that's where Singapore dividend investing truly shines. You're earning in a strong, trusted currency, the Singapore dollar, and spending in a friendlier one, the Malaysian ringgit. That exchange rate advantage alone stretches your purchasing power dramatically, and that's the magic of Geoarbitrage in action. When you invest in established dividend-paying names, DBS, OCBC, UOB for consistent bank dividends, CICT, FCT, NetLink Trust for steady REIT income, and dividend ETFs like Lion OCBC YLD or Philip S REIT ETF for diversification, you're tapping into Singapore's economic stability while enjoying the flexibility of cross-border living. Let's run a realistic scenario. A portfolio of about $600,000, yielding roughly 4.5 to 5.5% annually, could generate around $27,000 to $33,000 per year. At today's exchange rate hovering near 3.23 ringgit per dollar, that's about 87,000 to 106,000 ringgit annually, or roughly 7,200 to 8,800 ringgit a month. In Singapore, that might just cover daily expenses and utilities. But in JB, the same income can fund a modern condo, groceries, cafe hopping, and healthcare, and still leave you with kopi and durian money to spare. It's a powerful illustration of how earning in SGD and spending in ringgit can double your lifestyle value. But remember, it's not no risk. Markets fluctuate, currencies move, and dividend payouts can vary. The key is diversification, discipline, and long-term perspective. Not chasing yield, but building reliability. So when your next dividend credit hits your account, think about it this way. Those Singapore dollars don't just buy stability, they buy freedom of choice. And when spent wisely across the Causeway, they can turn steady returns into a richer, more relaxed lifestyle. Chapter 6. Risks and Mindsets. Now let's be practical. Living in Johor Bahru isn't a magic shortcut. It's a strategy that works best when you plan with clear eyes and calm expectations. Yes, the numbers look amazing. Earning in SGD and spending in ringgit can stretch your lifestyle by 30 to 50%. But as every investor knows, no plan is risk-free. There are the obvious ones: market risk, currency swings, and interest rate cycles that affect REITs and bank dividends. Then there are the lifestyle realities: weekend jams at the Causeway, different driving habits, property maintenance standards, and the need for a valid visa like MM2H if you stay long-term. Even healthcare, while affordable and improving, may require you to return to Singapore for more complex treatments. So the JB lifestyle works best when you maintain two bases, a home in Malaysia for everyday comfort, and a Singapore foothold for medical, family, and financial access. That said, don't let these considerations scare you off. Every freedom comes with responsibility, and when managed well, the trade-offs are surprisingly small compared to the joy and breathing space you gain. The key is to adopt an investor's mindset. Diversify your income streams, keep an emergency buffer in both SGD and Ringgit. Review your dividends and expenses yearly, and most importantly, stay adaptable. Because flexibility, not perfection, is what keeps you financially independent. Geoarbitrage isn't about running away from Singapore. It's about extending your options. It's a way to turn your hard-earned dividends into more time, more experiences, and more control over how you live the second half of your life. So plan carefully, stay cash flow rich, and let your money, and your peace of mind, flow across both sides of the causeway. Final thoughts. Cash flow rich. Geo-Smart. Many of you have asked, can I actually live in Johor Bahru long-term, not just cross over for weekends? The answer is yes. Through Malaysia's My Second Home, or MM2H program, which has recently been revamped into a tiered system designed for different lifestyles and financial comfort levels. Here's a quick overview. Silver tier, 5-year renewable visa. About $150,000 fixed deposit and 600,000 Ringgit property minimum. Gold tier, 15-year visa. Roughly $500,000 deposit and 1 million Ringgit property minimum. Platinum tier, 20-year visa, about $1 million deposit and 2 million Ringgit property, with limited permission to invest or work in businesses. For Singaporeans exploring a longer-term base in Johor, the Special Economic or Financial Zone, SEZ or SFZ MM2H program, centered around Forest City, is especially relevant. It's part of the wider Johor-Singapore Economic Zone and offers a 10-year renewable visa with multiple entries, ideal for those who want flexibility without full relocation. The requirements are clear and reasonable. A fixed deposit of about $65,000 if you're under 50, or $32,000 if you're 50 and above, and a property purchase of roughly 500,000 to 600,000 Ringgit, typically from approved developments in the zone. Across all tiers, participants must hold valid medical insurance, pass a local health check, and stay in Malaysia at least 90 days per year, though this rule is relaxed for applicants aged 50 and above in the national tiers. You can include your spouse, parents, and unmarried children up to age 34, and you may withdraw up to 50% of your fixed deposit later for property, education, or healthcare. In short, the MM2H program now offers structure with flexibility, whether you want a 5-year base to explore JB life or a 20-year plan to fully settle into Malaysia's calmer pace. Just be sure to apply through a licensed MM2H agent accredited by MOTAC. And always verify the latest official requirements as the scheme continues to evolve. At the end of the day, it's not about being paper rich or owning $1 million flat. It's about being cash flow rich and living where your money is respected, not squeezed. For retirees and fire seekers alike, the winning combination is clear. Singapore dividend investing plus Johor Bahru. Geoarbitrage equals freedom with comfort and choice. You're earning in SGD, spending in Ringgit, and enjoying kopi, durian, and peace of mind every single day. If you found this video useful, give it a like so more Singaporeans can watch it, and subscribe to Wealth for You for more stories and strategies on living smarter, freer, and truly cash flow rich.